Hi, so I just finished reading the article Creating Classroom Rules for Students with Emotional and Behavioral Disorders by Douglas Kostowicz. I thought the article is very important to me, probably the most important article that we've read because I felt like when I was a teacher, my classroom management was not very good. In video game terms, I'd say low tier. Um, the problem with my classroom management, I felt, was that my rules weren't kept as well as they should have been. Um, and I felt that because I wasn't maintaining them and reviewing it with the students as much as I should have, it definitely caused a few issues in a couple of my classes. Overall, I think I was blessed to have students that more or less wanted to learn. Um, there were definitely a few instances where I felt like because of my lack of what attention to classroom management, it definitely made things significantly harder. Um, I think I've had a couple students with EBD. Um, One of them I think turned out all right. Like when he graduated, he definitely had more skills in his repertoire to help him self-regulate. The other student was in seventh grade. I've heard he's not having the best time. Um, but yeah, thinking on it now, like as I was creating my rules like last year, based off what I remember, I definitely we had me and the students created a token system where we implemented about 5 rules, but they were vague and definitely negative. Um, and I felt like the language was off. I definitely remember those emotions. Think on it now. I did not feel like I did a good job with the rules. Um, I think now, after reading this article and how to, what the thought process should be when you're creating rules, I would definitely have used more specific language because, as the article points out, like specific language can help ELL students as well, SPED students, EBD students, and general ed students. Um, you want the language to be specific and positive. So instead of saying, don't be a meanie, which is both negative and vague, you could say, be a good neighbor, right? And that way, the rule is expressing what the appropriate behavior is, and it is specific. I think the other thing that I should have done too is like I already knew a lot of these students from previous teachers, and I've had them for a couple of years. So already knowing the students and their contacts, I should have just crafted the rules based off the needs for the classes, especially as the article points out. Established or pre-established rules are already good for students with emotional disorder disabilities. Um, I think to oh yeah, sorry, I'm just reading through my notes. As it mentioned, you need to shift away from non-appropriate examples. So as I had mentioned, like don't be a meanie, don't punch, don't kick, right? You're highlighting the negative or the maladaptive behavior, right? And as the article points out, rules can be aversive, and students with EBD or like defiance disorder might just go, oh, you're not telling me to do it. I want me to do it, right? And that's exactly what happened with me and that student. Honest to God, I think just my rapport with that student was really strong. So in the end, or not just me, but with the other SPED teacher, our rapport with him was so strong that he was able to, you know, create some coping and self-regulation skills for his emotions. Um, yeah, I think too, next time I need to actually teach my students how to conduct each rule. As the article stated, if a student is struggling with a rule, it's best to just teach them instead of just punish them or conduct coercive actions to quote unquote remedy the issue with the student. So yeah, this article is really, 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 really good for me. I think that it's extremely important because, thinking on it, my rules were a hindrance to my students. But after reading this article, I'm definitely going to save it, and I'm definitely going to utilize it when I'm back in the classroom because it's really good. Anyways, thank you. Have a good day.